It's the Connecting Europe Tour!
Welcome to the Connecting Europe Tour. Join Fraser McDonald and Nat Cartier as they journey across Europe to explore the future of cybersecurity and the incredible GÉANT network. Along the way, they'll engage with industry leaders and experts while also taking time to enjoy the vibrant cities and connect with the locals. Want to know how tech powers cutting-edge research? Or why Europe's investing in these game-changing networks? Nat and Fraser have got you covered, with plenty of laughs along the way. Join them as they uncover the latest advancements in cybersecurity, networking, artificial intelligence, and more.
Did you turn the video off or is it rolling?
What do you think?
I think it's rolling.
How are you doing today?
Good. Mentally prepared for the drive to Berlin.
I have a beautiful nose flute.
Nah, whoa. Hey man, we gotta go, we're late. You've been asleep for hours. Bro, we gotta go. Yo, we out here surfing. Have you heard of the GÉANT network?
After a long drive, I can finally say, welcome to Berlin, the land of beautiful architecture, street art, and good food. The boys have landed in the heart of Germany, where cybersecurity plays a bigger role than you might think.
We are roaming the streets of Berlin, food in hand, ready to meet Emmanuel Baccelli, who is a professor at the Freie Institut Berlin.
A little bit of rain, so feels like we're enjoying a good Scottish summer.
Little bit of rain, ta-da-na-na.
A little bit of Emmanuel to tell us some facts.
A bit of Emmanuel Baccelli. Excuse me, I have a question. How connected you feel to Europe?
Yeah, I feel connected.
Okay.
But I don't think about it all the time. So I'm from Europe. I think I'm from Austria because we have our own culture.
Excuse me, sir, as an extraterrestrial being, how connected do you feel to Europe? Oh, really? ET phone home? Fantastic. How connected do you feel to Europe?
We like you because of the security here. You are really safe in Europe, so I guess that's an important point for me.
Yeah, it has a lot of advantages, so we like Europe.
Nice, thank you guys.
Great work there on letting us know how the Germans feel about being connected to Europe. But listen, we've got bigger fish to fry. We don't want to keep Emmanuel waiting.
Connecting Europe Tour. We are here outside the iconic Brandenburger Tor, and I'm standing next to Emmanuel Baccelli. Can you please tell us what you do?
Yeah, so I'm a scientific researcher and I work on a field of computer science that tackles very small computers, sensors, actuators, things like that are very energy efficient and very cheap. And that we rely on more and more to provide data that we extract from cyber-physical systems.
And you told me that you've already heard of the GÉANT network. What is your connection with the GÉANT network?
Actually, a little bit tenuous. Obviously, a lot of people use it, and it's a base for some research, not my research. But as I'm involved with network protocol standardization and experimental research in that domain, I know how important it is to have large experimental facilities such as GÉANT to help out with this type of activity. So,
Emmanuel, can you tell us what the current challenges are in the field of cybersecurity?
One of the key challenges and bottleneck right now is to enable and to secure the update of software that is running on all these devices, including the low-end devices, so all these low-power devices that we find in the Internet of Things, which are part of our cyber-physical system that we rely on. And if there's one thing that we have learned over the last 30 years is that software that you can't update, you can't secure it. And so that's the base of software, of security.
Emmanuel, thank you so much for your time today. It was a pleasure meeting you.
Thanks.
And with that, we're back on the road yet again. The Connecting Europe tour continues. We're edging closer to the grand finale. The final destination, Poznań, is in sight, and quite frankly, I'm surprised they managed to make it this far.
We've arrived in Poznań and we're now on our way to meet our two interviewees today. We just arrived inside of the building. We had a beautiful room set up. We've already gone at it, had some tea and coffee. Blaže was super welcoming, made us feel at home, and he's just trying to check where we can do the filming because we want to get the coolest places possible for the Connecting Europe tour and for the PSNC. That means on the roof. Connecting Europe tour, here we are on top of the PSNC. I'm here with Peter Rutlichowski.
Nice to meet you, thank you.
Very nice meeting you too. It's beautiful weather, the sun has come out. Can you please tell us what your role is here?
So I'm working at PSNC since 2008, so quite a long time. I started with the Pioneer Network project, so everything connected with NRAN services, NRAN networks, connectivity, and now I moved to quantum projects, so I coordinate quantum computing and quantum communication projects that we have at PSNC.
We heard from one of your colleagues that you are the quantum technology mastermind here at PSNC, is that correct?
So we have a team of colleagues that are really passionate about quantum computing. Myself, I'm more in quantum communication stuff, especially I'm really interested in the integration of quantum computing and quantum communication. But indeed, I try to connect those two areas, and we have a really strong, passionate team who is really interested in those two topics also.
For someone who doesn't know anything about quantum computing or communication or quantum cybersecurity, how should they understand quantum communication? What does that even mean?
In communication, it's probably easier to explain than quantum computing, so that's a plus. The biggest difference in terms of quantum communication from the classical communication is that we do not use a stream of photons to send and code the data, but we use single photons and code the data on the quantum state of the photons. So we go below and encode the data simply on single photons that we also transmit in the regular dark fibers, optical fibers.
If you were a quantum computer here in Poznań and I was a quantum computer in Edinburgh, we could immediately send information, and that's the big challenge.
Yes, to directly send the quantum information between the systems. Yeah.
So that would be a huge breakthrough in super fast communication and information sharing.
Maybe not super fast, because you still need a lot of steps to do it. But the biggest advantage is to really have this ability to transmit the quantum states.
This project that we're on is Nomios working with Nokia's technology to upgrade the GÉANT network. What do you know about the GÉANT network?
So GÉANT network is part of my activity for many years. Foremost, it's a community for me, excellent community of people who are passionate about the networking technologies, that meet and discuss the research and education aspects, and the network itself. So all the infrastructure, the projects that we have together, and the ideas.
Piotr, thank you so much for your time. What a pleasure interviewing you. I'm here with David Sira, who's a student at the Poznań University of Technology. David, how are you doing today?
It's very nice, lovely day.
How is it studying at the Poznań University of Technology?
I really enjoy studying there. I'm studying artificial intelligence study field. I personally like math and I like programming, so it's very nice to me. I like professors. We have pretty nice ones, I would say, at least most of them. And I'm enjoying doing the projects and so on. I cannot comply to any of that.
What is the connection in between your studies in artificial intelligence and what you're doing here at the Poznań Supercomputing and Networking Center?
Both artificial intelligence and quantum computing are using very high-level math, like linear algebra or calculus, so I can learn it once and use it in two fields. And when I learn something new in artificial intelligence, mostly connected about math and so on, I can almost immediately use it here in my job.
What is the difference between classical computing and quantum computing?
If classical computer operates on states that are made of ones and zeros, and they are not connected to each other at all, the quantum computing can use the special quantum effects of superposition and entanglement, where superposition means that every information can be in many states at the same time.
David, thank you so much for your time. It was a pleasure. We have traveled as far east as Poznań and have traveled as far west as Cambridge. We are currently in Poznań in Poland. I'm happy to say that Nokia and Nomios' upgrade of the GÉANT network has been successful here. They are now secure and connected in Poznań.
And with that, the Connecting Europe tour comes to a close. From the bustling streets of Paris to the serene landscapes of Geneva, we've crossed borders, tasted new flavors, and discovered hidden gems at every stop. It's hard not to feel a sense of connection, not just to the places we've visited, but to the people we've met along the way. The GÉANT network is connected in Europe. Thanks for traveling with us. Safe journeys wherever your next adventure may take you.